Hi, my name is Adam Everilla, and I would like to welcome you to Home Botanica's June edition. We are going to celebrate June not only because it's the start of summer, but also for our very special dads. We have this gorgeous neutral bouquet of the whites and the yellows, and we're going to break it apart using vessels they have in their home, and we're really going to enhance this living room so they will have the best, perfect movie night. I've looked in the house and I found a couple of cute black vessels that we're going to be using. Clearly the living room has a lot of black and brown, so I don't know why these are in, maybe because it has a little chip, but it's not going to matter to us because we're going to make it fabulous. Now that we found some extra vases, it's going to work perfectly with this. As you can see, this home is very contemporary, it's very neutral, and so our flowers this month, being this gorgeous white and yellow, is going to be perfect for this room. All right, so let's get started. We have our two containers, which is great. This was already on the table, and I looked at it, and it says do not use with water. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in to see what happens. If it drips out, then of course we'll take it off. And then they have a dish that is just to hold their remotes. Although I love their organization, I want to use this dish for flowers, so we will put the remotes back here for right now, and we'll find a home for them. I have my towel, my cutter. I already pre-mixed the floral food into the water, so that's good to go. So let's go ahead and add some of this to the dishes. You don't have to go all the way up. Halfway is great. Just make sure that you continue to add water daily. Oops, that's too high, but that's okay. We'll just dump some of this into here. And if you have any drip, make sure we don't get it on the wood table. Add a little bit more water to our dish. And then we're gonna play the lotto and just see what happens if I add a tiny bit of water to the bottom of this. When they come home later, I'll mention to them that I added water for them to watch it because I would hate for it to be problematic, but looks like it's holding. All right, we have 4 dishes that we're going to spread out throughout this whole living room to give that moment of floral accent everywhere. I did grab a little garbage can so I can put my mess in. Let's start. So this beautiful cedar, I think is going to look gorgeous in there. It's just whimsical, it just floats there. And then we have these big cremones. These big white cremones. If we cut these short, just with a little bit of a stem, we could set that right into the dish. And we have 2 of them, so I'm going to take the other one and put it into here. And do you see how these flowers, if you keep them short, you keep them intimate, it does give that very contemporary artsy feel, and as you can tell from the room, they're very much into that. Couple of roses into here. The trick for these vases are that I'm going to have the flowers all going one direction to really signify the movement of it, and it gives you a great contemporary vibe. And if you want to take some of the foliage off, it doesn't hurt the rose. You know what? This one is actually going to go lower. As I was saying, if you want to take some of the foliage off, it doesn't hurt the rose. You just don't want the foliage in the water level. So this rose, I'm going to take the foliage off. And because I measured it wrong the last time, I'm going to hold it up next to the vase to make sure that we have exactly the space that we want. You know what? I think I like it with just the 2. I'm going to take this guy out. That's the nice thing about these home designs. I never have a plan when I start. It just all comes together. So let's cut this a little bit shorter. And we'll put this a little bit shorter than that into the dish. And then we have our daisies. cut and put that there. And make sure that we do clean off, again, all the foliage underwater. And this will be so nice when you guys celebrate in the room, you have guests over. Tonight could be a great movie night for you and your family, and you have all these beautiful flowers in the room. It's simple and beautifully stated. The carnations, I'm gonna cut short. I really love to put that into this dish there. And again, this is all about using what you have at home. You have all of these different things in your home that hold flowers beautifully, and all you have to do is use your imagination and you come up with something incredible. And we have our gorgeous matricaria, and I'm gonna put that into this dish. Coming the opposite, I have the foliage going one dynamic direction and I have the matricaria coming the other. And this will continue to bloom beautifully. And so as the flowers continue to bloom and continue their cycle, you're gonna have this gorgeous, gorgeous moment. When I wanna cut a stem of matricaria a little bit shorter, I grab it by closer to the heads where I wanna cut it, and then I took it and I cut it short so that way I can put it right into the dish and it all stays grouped together. Isn't that cute? We have one more rose. I do want to add this to that dish. I think this dish is super cute, and by adding those flowers, it's incredible. All right, one yellow ruscus. I think it'll look pretty with these white roses. So let's go ahead, cut a little bit off. Aren't all the elements cute? It's crazy to me how far one bouquet can go. And as you can see, when you separate it and you use them properly, the bouquet goes a very long way. I'm gonna put this as a grouping in here. One more cedar, always a fresh cut, always remove the foliage, like so. And we have this limo that we're just gonna cut into pieces. I'm gonna do a piece in with the roses. How cute is that? And then over here we have the cremone going one way, so let's put a grouping of this limonium going the other way. I just realized I knocked one of these off on the floor, so we do have a second one. So I am going to put this pretty high coming out the other side. So this pulls the yellow from all the flowers in. Now we have all the pieces together. Let's create those floral moments that's gonna make the room special. So I'm gonna take this one and place it over on this table. And then I love the little dish lower and a grouping like so. You can see these go out that way, the roses fall this way, and we have that beautiful little pot there. And let's add in this gorgeous candle. We'll put it on the other side because that balances the low from the low. Now that we have the flowers spread out, we have some flower moment happening at that end table. Still plenty of room for your cocktail or your beverage of choice. A grouping of flower on the main coffee table. If we had another table behind me, we could take one of these and put it there. As you can see, that bouquet went so far, and these colors really do enhance the room. And if you are celebrating Father's Day with game night or a movie night, there's no better way to do it. We would like to send all of the dads out there who are present and love being a dad and love being with their kids a very, very happy Father's Day. Remember, next month it's a whole new video, a whole new room, whole new house, and we look forward to seeing you soon.